Strap in, folks. It's time for a bad one. Jay Blakeson's I Care a Lot is categorised as a comedy thriller, though for the life of me I couldn't understand why, as I struggled to find anything to laugh at in it. Perhaps it says more about me than the movie itself that I can't find the humour in seeing a bunch of innocent people have their lives ruined by two absolutely monstrous individuals, but suffice to say that it didn't make for a fun viewing experience. I spent this entire movie hoping that Macon Blair's character, all 6 lines of him, would turn back up and go all blue ruin on everyone in this thing, and he's implied to be sexist, physically violent, and spits on people. That's how low the bar for being considered a good guy is. Our protagonist is played well enough by Rosamund Pike, Marla Grayson, a brilliant, driven, and pathologically amoral carer who has devised a scam by which she and her team of close associates can establish themselves as the legal guardians of vulnerable elderly people and siphon money off of them while placing them in care. Everyone, from doctors to corrupt care home managers, are in on the grift. And everything is going swimmingly for old Marla until she fucks with the wrong old lady, targeting the seemingly innocuous Jennifer Peterson, played by Diane Wiss, only to discover that she is the mother of a supposedly dead but actually very much alive Russian mobster played by Peter Dinklage. Unsurprisingly, he would like his mother back. He's a villain with a heart, supposedly, although we never actually see any evidence of this. And so begins a game of cat and mouse between the two as Grayson continues to poke the bear and escape seemingly impossible situations with a smile that can only be described as infuriating, while Dinklage's Roman Lunyov resorts to increasingly violent measures to get his mother back. If your response to that analysis was, wait, who are the good guys in this one? Congratulations, you, like me, probably won't enjoy this movie and have figured it out early enough to avoid it. Admittedly, it's a matter of taste rather than competency to find the utter lack of a main character with even a single redeeming quality unappealing, but I suspect it is a taste that other people will share. If you like your movie watching experience to contain someone resembling a hero, and literally anyone in this movie would do, I was rooting for Chris Messina's obvious scumbag of a lawyer at some point. Chris Messina! Then, right off the bat, you should probably avoid I Care a Lot. But more troubling than the movie's cynical choice of main characters is its total failure to deliver anything resembling humour or schadenfreude as a result of the actions and mishaps these characters take and experience. They don't even suffer mishaps. At worst, both of them are subjected to minor inconveniences which could have been far worse if only they hadn't woken up or walked in the door at precisely the right moment, something which happens multiple times, by the way. Grade A writing there. So what we're left with is 2 thoroughly unlikable characters, though I will concede that Pike almost makes Grayson charming enough to win me round, succeeding in spite of themselves, and suffering very few consequences for their actions. So, if the goal of this movie is to offer a depressing view of modern care systems in America and suggest that bad people always get ahead, then I guess good job. And to be clear, this is less about the movie's narrative not being what I wanted it to be, and more to do with the way in which it was delivered being so thoroughly unengaging. What is this movie trying to say beyond bad people succeed and good people are abused? Well, nothing really. Which ensures that a movie which is already unpleasant to watch is also failing to even propose, never mind interrogate, themes and ideas that might be interesting. More to the point, the way these characters are written often feels lazy and slavishly devoted to the movie's own plot, a game of cat and mouse between 2 competent and arch villains which will depict these characters getting away with murder, sometimes literally, to make its blunt force point about the inadequacies of the US care system. To that end, Dinklage's Russian mob failed to kill a single person of note despite threatening and attempting to do so multiple times. By the end of the movie, they are presented as so thoroughly incompetent that the whole conflict has evolved into a sad, flaccid slap fight, which wouldn't be the end of the world if it actually managed to be funny, but it doesn't. Meanwhile, Grayson demonstrates an implausible aptitude for Mission Impossible super spy shit as she takes down a string of armed men with tasers and baseball bats. No system of power, even one as inherently violent and dangerous as that in the world of organised crime, can control the raw, unbridled drive and competency of Marla Grayson, no matter how stupid that might feel in the context of the movie. It's metaphor over believability and feels totally out of place. It feels like Blakeson was less concerned with making the characters of Grayson and Lunyov feel real than they were with making them feel untouchable, which only serves to make the experience of watching them in a movie more frustrating, because not only are they unlikable, but they're not even well realised. In better hands, and with a better script, this could have been a good movie. There's a black comedy in here somewhere that could absolutely work, but Blakeson didn't find it. The writing is cheap and lazy, the tone is all over the place, and it's impossible to escape the sense that Blakeson was more concerned with mounting a firm critique of a system they didn't like than making an entertaining movie. Unfortunately, they failed to do either. Thank you for joining us here on The Culture Cave for Movie Reviews with Konrad. If you enjoyed what you saw, how about liking the video and maybe subscribe to check out the rest of the content we produce? I promise some of it's good. Anyway, I've been Konrad, and I'll see you next time.